In this video you will learn how to solve the Rubik's clock. So in case you don't know how it works, is here you have 4 pins that go up and down, and it goes, if it's up on one side it's down on the other and vice versa, so like this. And then you have these knobs here that actually turn the clocks. Now what these pins do, they affect of how many and which ones these turn. So if I put all the pins up except for one, put one down, then turn, it only turns that clock. But if I turn it on the opposite side, it turns all of them except this one. And then if I did 2 down and 2 up and turned them, it would move all 6. And then if I moved one of these 2 where I had just these down, it would move only the corners. So if you mess around with it, you can kind of see how it works. Also, so there's 2 sides, so they can get messed up from each other. The corners will always be the exact same as the corners on the opposite sides. The middles will, or the center and the edge clocks will get messed up, but you'll kind of see once we go through it. But first, let's just scramble this thing. Okay, so here we go. First, we're gonna put all 4 pins up and then 2 down. Doesn't matter as long as they're next to each other, not across from each other. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna move at least one of the knobs on the sides that are up. And what this does is move 6 of them. And what we're trying to do first is solve the centers with the edges on one side. Then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side, and then solve the corners, and that's real easy. So first we're going to match up the center with this one, the one that isn't moving, which would be right there. So see how those match, but now these 3 don't. So what we're going to do is push one down and push another up, and then the side that has 2 ups, we're going to move them, and it doesn't move this one, so we're going to match the center up with that one. And because of it moves these 3, this one also moved with it, so these continue to stay in sync, and now these will too. So now we're going to push one down and one up, and make sure we only have 2 up. And then since there are 2 down here, we're going to solve this one. And it is already solved, so when this happens, you can just move on. And then, I skipped this side. So now we're going to match the rest of the edges in the center with the last edge, which is right here. Like that. And then if they're not already at 12 o'clock, just put them all at 12 o'clock. And then you're going to flip it to the other side and do the exact same thing. So here we already have these 2 matching, so we can start with that. Then we can match them up with this one, which is at 12 o'clock. And then we have these 2 up, so now we're going to adjust it so it matches this one. And now adjust them so it matches this one at 4 o'clock. And then put all the pins up, and then put them all to 12 o'clock. And now both sides of the edges will be solved. And now what we're going to do from here is if we just put one, if we have all pins up except for one, like that, if we just turn it, it won't move the edges or the center on this side, but on the other side it does. So we can't do it this way because it'll get messed up. Because the center right now on this side is pointing to 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. And this one is pointing to 12. So that's how they can be different from each other. What we're going to do is we're going to put one down, and then we're going to move the other side instead, which moves all of them, and it moves just itself, and it doesn't ruin the edges on this side. So we're going to match all the edges in the center up to this one, since that one is not moving. And so it's like that. Then we're going to switch it, so this one's down and that one's up. And then we're going to solve all of the solved ones, put it to where this one is, solve that. Now we're going to put this one up, and then one of these 2 down. And then now we're going to solve this one, so match them all up. And then this one goes down, this one goes up, and then they all match up with that one, like that. Put all the pins up, put them to 12 o'clock, and it will be solved on both sides. So it is really simple. You just have to understand why we have to match up the pieces. Like, if we have all these solved and this one's not, instead of moving this one there, we have to move everything else. That way it keeps our progress. So yeah, that is the clock tutorial. I hope this helped, and thanks for watching.